Well, this is an amazing spot in Uptown, and it's been open for just 2 months. There's a brand new restaurant serving up food from northern Italy with a gorgeous deck on top. You can look over Bidet Macasca, Lake of the Isles. It is a gorgeous spot, and they have pasta, Roman-style pizza, weekend brunch, and it is called Pinoli, which of course means pine nut, one of my favorite ingredients. And we have Nicole Peterson here, and she is the culinary director. So this was where Amore Victoria was. A lot of people do know that spot.
Yeah,
and that
absolutely.
rooftop is just fantastic. So congratulations on opening back up again.
Thank you. Yeah, we're super excited about it. We heard that the previous owner was retiring, and we just were like, okay, we have a French restaurant across the street. We have to open.
Yes, and you know
keep
the good news is you stayed Italian, which is perfect for the space because I think that it needs to be Italian. It's been that way for so long. The roots of it all makes sense. And then there's the rooftop, which is such a nice spot, along with that really cool bar and everything else. Okay, what are we going to make today? I was looking at your menu. Everything looks absolutely mouth-watering, but we're going to do a little lamb.
Yeah. So first we're going to do lamb meatballs. So a couple of unique things about the meatballs that we're doing. First of all, it's about half vegetable. So you can see it's ground carrot, celery, onion, a lot of mushrooms. You know, obviously the menu, it's pasta and pizza focused, and so it's a lot of gluten. So we really wanted to have some gluten-free options for people, so we decided that we were going to do these lamb meatballs and do them gluten-free. But putting the breadcrumbs in the meatball is partly about keeping that moisture in. So by adding a whole bunch of vegetable, what we're doing is making sure that the meatballs don't dry out and really retaining a ton of moisture.
Fabulous.
So plus, it makes it a little healthy without it tasting healthy.
Okay, that's perfect. Yeah. So you've got them here in the broth.
So I've got them here, yep. So we, another unique thing that we do is we decided to braise them. Usually when you're making a meatball, let's say you're gonna put it in tomato sauce, right? So you sear it off and then you put it straight into some kind of tomato sauce. Well, we're not doing any tomato sauce with this because we're serving it with a white bean puree and some tomato pesto. So to keep about moisture, to keep the moisture in there, we braise the lamb meatballs off for about 20 minutes until they're just cooked all the way through.
And then put them in this beautiful broth.
Yeah, and put them in
Okay, so what does it look like when you put it together?
So first thing that we do is we take this white bean puree that's got a really intense rosemary and garlic flavor to it, put that on the bottom of the plate. We add the lamb meatballs next. Then we're gonna top it off with sun-dried tomato pesto, which is, I think, one of my absolute favorite ingredients. I know it's been around for a very long time.
Well, there is nothing wrong
how can
with
you go wrong with
pine nuts, sun-dried tomatoes,
right,
basil, oh my goodness.
So good.
Oh, that looks great.
Good. And then we just top it off with a little arugula to make it really nice and fresh.
Oh, that's a beautiful dish. That's always on your menu?
That is always on the menu.
Oh,
you
look
can
at
get
that.
a large size or you can get a small size.
I'm going to give it to these guys back here so they can try it. And why don't we make the salad while I do that?
Absolutely. So the
the
salad is a shaved asparagus salad. I think people don't think about eating asparagus raw.
Okay.
What we do is we take a peeler and we just make nice, long, thin strips of this asparagus, and we combine it with a little bit of shaved fennel. We also use some Belgian endive, which I think is kind of an underutilized. It's always like hiding at the grocery store, in the corner, just a little white vegetable sitting up there, and so many people don't know what to do with it. And it does have a slight bitter flavor to it, so you don't want to use a ton, but this really nice, sweet asparagus really helps.
Really a big crunchy, adds a lot of crunch, I imagine.
Tons of texture, right. So we use a lovely lemon vinaigrette on it. We like to put pickled shallots, and these are pickled green garlic, one of those other special ingredients in the springtime that you don't see very often.
So you go ahead and dish that up, and then this is what it looks like when you get it?
Yep.
Oh, wonderful.
We put a little shaved ricotta salata on top of it.
So what's your favorite pizza? Because people are like, okay, what's your favorite pizza?
Favorite pizza is the mortadella, by far.
Oh my gosh.
We make homemade stracciatella with truffle oil in it. We put that on the base of the crust, and then we top it off with shaved mortadella after it comes out of the oven, and then finish it with pistachios. It's just
oh my goodness,
so delicious.
All right, well, congratulations on reopening the spot and having that restaurant there in that great spot with, of course, the rooftop. And if you want the recipes, which are so nice that they shared both of them with us today, Pinoli is located at Lake and Irving in Uptown, and we have a link to the recipes. Just go ahead and text recipes plural to 763-797-7215, and you'll get all the recipes from our show.